What's going on, y'all? It's Money back, another episode of Mondays with Money. And this week, I want to discuss something else. I want to discuss gift giving. And it's a weird topic to be talking about, but it's something that my perspective has kind of changed on it. Because a lot of the books that I've read in terms of relationships and things of that nature have led me to realize that gift giving isn't necessary. You don't have to give gifts to have someone like you and to make someone feel as if you actually care for them, because that was something that I used to do a lot. I used to buy a lot of things for women, just as a means of hoping that they liked me more because of it. I thought that, like, oh, if I was giving her all these things, like, there's no way she could leave me. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, if I buy this for her, if I show her that I'm thinking of her all the time, like, there's no way she could think of something else, and there's no way she couldn't be happy with this situation. And what I realized is that it really did me no favor. In the long run, it really did me no favor. And gift giving isn't ever going to be a make or break thing in a relationship. And if it is, you're with the wrong woman. Simply put, you're with the wrong woman, because I feel as if a lot of us men feel like there's something external that we have to give to women in order for them to feel more for us, in order for them to feel closer to us. Because a lot of women talk about it all the time. They're like, oh, a man's got to get me flowers. He's got to get me this. He's got to get me that. When in reality, you don't have to do that. Let me, like I said, this is always going to draw a parallel between my relationship as well. I've been dating my girl for 4 months. I haven't bought her anything. In terms of a gift, I haven't bought her a single thing. Now, in terms of dates and stuff, obviously I've covered dates. I've done all that type of stuff. But in terms of simply actually, I did buy her one gift. I bought her a necklace. That was it. That was maybe like the second month in. So I've bought her one gift over the 4 months of our relationship, because I hate to say it's an experiment, but it kind of is an experiment, because I really wanted to go against what I normally do. I really wanted to see if I had to do all the things that I was doing when I was younger. Did I really? Because there's been girls that I wrote notes for. I wrote whatever, like I'd send them in the mail. I'd buy her jewelry. I send it to her in the mail. I do this, I do that. I buy something on the way to her house, give her something. And it's not, you don't have to do that. Like you don't. And one thing, I felt bad initially when I did do this, but then I was like, I realized like the outcome that I thought would happen didn't even happen, and that's what's gonna happen 9 times out of 10. My girl, before I met her parents, she was like, you have to bring my mom flowers when you come to our house. And I was like, why? And she was like, you just have to. You have to bring, because she's going to be upset if you don't. Like, you have to bring something. You can't come to someone's house empty-handed. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I don't want to buy your mother flowers. I don't even know who this woman is. I don't want to buy her anything. Yeah, like I don't. And I hadn't met her mother this role. It wasn't because like I didn't like her mom or something like that, but I didn't want to buy her flowers. Like she invited me into her home. Why should I have to bring something if you're inviting me into your home? Like, I could see if it was like a dinner or like a potluck, I'd bring something, but I'm just going to your house. Like, I've been to your house. I just haven't met your parents. So I didn't buy the flowers. I didn't bring the flowers. And her mom didn't even mention a thing. Like, she didn't say anything. And I guess like not coming empty-handed is a big thing for their family, but I came empty-handed. The only things I had in my hands were my bag to sleep over there. So it really, like, and that was another moment that really made me notice that it doesn't really matter. If your girl likes you enough, it doesn't really matter. And gifts are never going to be a make or break. If they are a make or break, your girl doesn't like you that much. She doesn't like you that much. If you have to buy her things and have to, go out of your way to grab these external things to make her feel good, she doesn't like you that much. Simply put, My girl, she still sends me things, and she's like, she drops the hints, and she's like, oh, like these flowers would be nice, like these things would be nice. And I tell her every time, I'm like, baby, I'm not a big gift giver. I'm not big at giving gifts. Like, I don't see a need for it anymore. And nothing changed. Nothing changed. Will I at some point? Maybe, probably. You know, like if I'm with her long enough, you know, I plan on being with her for a long time. If I'm with her long enough, yeah, I'll do something, you know, but that's not a priority to me anymore. It's not something that I think about right away, you know, because what I'm thinking about is just being focused on my girl when I'm with my girl. Like, I don't like to be on my phone. I don't like to be doing something else. The only time I'm on my phone is when she's not in the room for maybe like 5 minutes or something. I'll go on my phone, scroll through real quick and check everything. But even my homeboys know, like, when I'm with my girl, they're not necessarily going to get a response out of me because I'm paying full attention to her, you know? And something that couples along with that is, I'm mentioning Patrice O'Neal again. He was talking about how your woman doesn't necessarily know what's going to make her happy, because women typically tend to start asking for more things. You know, they'll be like, oh, you never buy me flowers, and then you go buy her flowers. And then after that, she's like, oh, we never go to the movies, and then you go to the movies, and that's still not enough. And then she's like, oh, we never take like trips, we never go on fancy dates, and then you start doing that. And then there's something else, and it keeps going and going and going. And she's never necessarily satisfied with everything that you're doing. So if all those extracurriculars don't satisfy her happiness, there's something else that really does. You know, there's always something else that really does. If that stuff isn't fulfilling and doesn't help her out and doesn't allow her to get this happiness that she's been searching for in the relationship, then there's something else. There's something else, you know? And it's going back to what I said. If your girl says that you need to get her this stuff, like if you need to buy her flowers, if you need to show up with random things at her door, if you need to do all that, she don't like you that much. She don't like you that much. So, like I say at the end of every video, something to try out. Try it out. See if you can get by without buying your girl anything. You know, like see if you can do without it, because it's not necessary. You don't need to do it. Her being attracted to you should trump everything. You shouldn't have to add extra, you know, and anything that you add extra should all be internal. Your personal growth should be what attracts her to you more. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, y'all. I'm probably going to record another video right here, right now, because like I said, I got a lot of stuff to talk. Well, I didn't say that in this one. I said that in the last one. But I got a lot of stuff to talk about. And I'm going to have a lot of videos done for the near future, which is great. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me, and I will talk with y'all soon. Happy Monday.
Didn't plan for you to leave, but I'm glad that it happened. I've been progressing in some ways that I couldn't imagine. I'm sick and tired of niggas saying I shouldn't be rapping. Boy, I can't wait to see they face when they look at me pass them. The memories of what we built took up all of my brain. I could've let those moments kill me and wallow in pain, until I realized that this outcome is part of the game. I gotta be the man, and that's why it's a part of my name.